Why do the British call public holidays bank holidays? And did you know that in Britain, you almost always know in advance that your public holiday will fall on a Monday? Today, we're looking at British bank holidays, how they work, why they're different from public holidays in most other countries, and what British people actually do on those days. There's a B2 level dictation at the end with some great vocabulary, so have a pen and paper ready. The dictation starts around the 8-minute mark if you want to skip straight to it. And if you find this useful, hit subscribe. There's a new episode every Thursday. The British bank holiday. We call them bank holidays, but really they are just public holidays. It's the same thing, effectively, a bank holiday and a public holiday. So in the UK, most bank holidays fall on a Monday. In many countries, especially Catholic countries, but not exclusively, it's the date that is the important thing. In the UK, we tend to use the closest Monday to that date. Okay, so for example, if you have a holiday on the 1st of May in your country, in the UK, it would be the first Monday of the month of May. So you know it will be a Monday, and you know, more importantly, that you will actually get a holiday, because in some countries, if the 1st of May, for example, falls on a Sunday, you don't get a public holiday because you are off on Sunday anyway. Not in the UK, no. So we know how many public holidays we're going to get in advance, and they're always attached to the weekend. So we always get a long weekend. So you have Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. There are some exceptions. Christmas Day, Boxing Day. These are always on the 25th and the 26th of December, okay, without any exception. And we also have Good Friday, which is the Friday before Easter. So Easter is particularly good because we have Good Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Easter Monday. So 4 days in a row, completely free from work for most people in the UK. Is it the same in your country? So why are they called bank holidays? Well, because banks and businesses traditionally close on those days, following legislation from the 19th century. Many of these holidays are shared with Catholic and other wider European traditions. For example, Christmas Day, Easter Day, May Day. So the first holiday of May is Labour Day, I suppose. But then there are some that are uniquely British, for example, August bank holiday, and linked more to seasonal rather than customs. So let's have a quick look at what the bank holidays are in the UK, and I'll tell you a little bit about what people do on those days. Okay, so we've got here England and Wales, and we've also got Scotland, which has some extra ones because they don't like to work in Scotland. They like as much time off as possible. Yeah. So let's start with New Year's Day, the 1st of January. No surprises there. How do people spend New Year's Day in your country? In the UK, it's often spent recovering from parties, maybe recovering from the 31st, where everybody stays up late and drinks and is very happy. Maybe you would visit family with a headache on the 1st of January. Maybe you watch football on TV because we have football all the way through the holiday period. Footballers do not get holidays like they do in some countries. So there's football on Boxing Day, football on New Year's Day, and quite right too. They earn enough money. Right, we've got Good Friday and Easter Monday, which is obviously linked to the church. People will traditionally have chocolate Easter eggs, family meals, egg hunts. Maybe they go for an Easter egg hunt. And we eat these things called hot cross buns, which is like a sweet, like sweet bread, really, a roll, a round roll with a cross on it, probably symbolizing the crucifixion. But they're called hot cross buns, not, please don't go up into the baker and ask for crucifixion cakes because they don't exist. Hot cross buns, that's what they're called. They should be called crucifixion cakes. That's actually quite a good, I like the alliterative sound. I'd like a crucifixion cake, please. Let's move on quickly. Early May bank holiday, traditionally tied to May Day. There might be people having barbecues if the weather is okay. Big question mark over that. You've got spring bank holiday in late May, which is also popular, maybe for excursions, bit of gardening, barbecues. In August, you've got summer bank holiday, which basically marks the end of summer in the UK. Christmas Day and Boxing Day, I think you all know. Christmas Day is obviously eating turkey with your family. I don't mean you eat your family. I mean you eat turkey with potatoes and your family. You eat, okay, you and your family eat turkey. Yeah. And on Boxing Day, people often go shopping. The sales are on in the shops, football matches, eating leftovers, and maybe visiting extended family. Why is it called Boxing Day? That's a good question. There are a few ideas about this. One of them is that in the past, people used to leave gifts for poor people in boxes and give them to them outside the church. But I'm not 100% certain if that's true. Ingrid said all shops are closed on Boxing Day in Austria. Yeah, in most countries they are. So then we move on to Scotland. Scotland, on the 1st and the 2nd of January, they have what they call the Hogmanay celebrations. It's a lively New Year festival with fireworks, music, and of course the Scots are such big party people that they also get the 2nd of January off to recover. So basically, on the 1st and 2nd of January and the 31st, it's just wall-to-wall drinking, and that's that. And on St Andrew's Day, on the 30th of November, dedicated to Scotland's patron saint, St Andrew. Now, I'm going to give you a dictation now. So you need a pen and a piece of paper. I'll give you 30 seconds to get ready. Now, this dictation, it's probably about B2 level, nothing particularly difficult. Let's do it. Bank holidays in Britain are curious occasions. Bank holidays in Britain are curious occasions. Comma. Often anticipated less for their historical meaning. Often anticipated less for their historical meaning than for the promise of a long weekend. Than for the promise of a long weekend. Full stop. While some, comma, like Christmas or Easter, comma, while some, comma, like Christmas or Easter, comma, retain strong cultural and religious roots, retain strong cultural and religious roots, comma. Others, comma, such as the May or August holidays, others, comma, such as the May or August holidays, comma, simply provide a break from routine. Simply provide a break from routine. Full stop. Families might take short trips. Families might take short trips. Flock to the seaside. Flock to the seaside, comma. Or gather for barbecues if the weather permits. Or gather for barbecues if the weather if the weather permits. Full stop. Shops and sporting events also thrive. Shops and sporting events also thrive. During these days, comma. During these days, comma. Reflecting the modern appetite for leisure and consumption. Reflecting the modern appetite for leisure and consumption. Full stop. In truth, comma, bank holidays reveal. In truth, comma, bank holidays reveal a uniquely British blend of tradition, comma, relaxation, comma, and the eternal hope for sunshine. Relaxation, comma, and the eternal hope for sunshine. Full stop. End of dictation. Okay. I'm going to read it all again. I know that was quite fast, but I don't think it was particularly difficult. So I'll read it again, and you can fill in any gaps or just check by listening if you've got everything. Okay, let's go for it. Bank holidays in Britain are curious occasions, often anticipated less for their historical meaning than for the promise of a long weekend. While some, like Christmas or Easter, retain strong cultural and religious roots, others, such as the May or August holidays, simply provide a break from routine. Families might take short trips, flock to the seaside, or gather for barbecues if the weather permits. Shops and sporting events also thrive during these days, reflecting the modern appetite for leisure and consumption. In truth, bank holidays reveal a uniquely British blend of tradition, relaxation, and the eternal hope for sunshine. Some hope in the UK. Okay, how was the experience? Too easy, too fast, too slow, too boring, too brilliant? Okay, so let's have a look and see what I said. Here you go. You can check everything. Bank holidays in Britain are curious occasions, often anticipated less for their historical meaning than for the promise of a long weekend. While some, like Christmas or Easter, retain strong cultural and religious roots, others, such as the May and August bank holiday, simply provide a break from routine. Families might take short trips, flock to the seaside. So a flock is a group of sheep, basically. I think you can also have a flock of birds as well. There was a group, wasn't there, called Flock of Seagulls? Yeah. So anyway, flock is also a verb. To flock is to move in large numbers, like sheep, effectively. So if people flock to the seaside, they go to the seaside in large numbers. Got it? Anyway, or gather for barbecues if the weather permits. Shops and sporting events also thrive. In other words, they do really, really well during these days, reflecting the modern appetite for leisure and consumption. Leisure being spare time, free time, sport, hobbies, etc. And consumption. In truth, bank holidays reveal a uniquely British blend of tradition, relaxation, and the eternal hope for sunshine. Give yourself a mark out of 10. Okay, anyway, listen, guys, thank you very much for being here today. Just keep practicing and you'll get better and better at this. Guys, look after yourselves. Thank you very much. I'm going to see you all very, very soon. Goodbye.